Now we're going to learn how to show your participation on the wiki using your username. Okay, let's learn about the Wiki Toolbar. I'm going to go to a page that I believe has not been selected by anybody yet. And you click Edit. Now when you click Edit, you're going to see that there's lots of these changes. Let me just have some text here to do something with. I can double click a word and make it bold, italics, underline. Remember, we don't use underlines unless it's a hyperlink. That's kind of considered rude. Now, if I paste something in here and the format doesn't look right, you can hit this little style text button and you can say clear styles and it will make it look like all of the other text on there. Now once you have everything there, if you want to color it different text or change the sizes, you can, but I would suggest not doing this until the end when you're ready to make it more attractive. And there's all of your fonts. Now you can see here that we have these headings. This is heading 1, that's a heading 2, that's a heading. I'm going to change this to be a heading 3 just so you can see this. When I click Save, you'll see a couple things. On the right hand side, you see that I have a table of contents. The table of contents is taken off the headings. There's a heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. Now, these heartbreak mapping instructions, the reason they're there is that when I change this, this is actually another web page that's a little mini web page included at the top here. And when I click Edit, you'll see that it just says Include Page. And that lets me change things and send announcements out to all the teams. So if you delete it, you may lose some announcements, but that's your choice, of course. Over here to the right, you can see the table of contents. Now, you can do numbered lists by clicking the numbered list, and this is, 1, 2, 3. You can also highlight this numbered list and turn it into a bulleted list by clicking here. If you want to put an underline, you just click where you want an underline and click there, and it will put the underline there. If I hit undo, it will undo that, redoes it. Okay, do make sure you're not editing at the same time, because if you are, you'll see that somebody is editing at the same time, and that's a problem. Now, if you want to insert a picture, you just click File, and you can use all the things that are already there, or you can say Upload Files. And I'm just going to go ahead and upload something I've been working on. And it's going to upload that, and as soon as it uploads it, I can click it and it will insert the picture. Now if I have a link from the web, I can use external image, and that works as well. So if I just click it, boom, there it goes, and it's on the page. It's a graphic that I made in Canva, which is a great tool to make graphics. I'm going to press delete and get rid of it. Boom, there we go. Now this is very useful if you want to comment with your other folks, especially as you're talking at the top of the page. You can click or highlight on a word, and you can say comment, and then you can say, should this be here? And you can see that on the page. Other people can see it when they go. So you can see these little conversations here that people are having about different parts of the page. Now when I click Save, let's see what we see. When I click Save, you can still see the discussion. So you can see that there's these little comments that get added on a page in that way with comments. It also shows up at the bottom in discussions, but the nice thing is it's attached to little pieces of the page. So as you're talking about, is this a good link or is this not, then you can do that. Now, once it's on the page, people can reply to it that are on the page by just hitting reply and post. So it's kind of like another way to have discussions. It's called comments, and it's very useful for you and your partners. Now, you probably won't need to insert a table unless you just want to have a lot of graphics. I know the special needs page has used tables because they want to use graphics, but you don't really need to use those very much. When we hit widget, though, you have lots and lots of choices here. And you can go into the Wikispaces help to find it. Here's where you see the table of contents and references and footnotes and all that kind of thing. It also lets you insert the embed code for YouTube and such. You can look here and see lots of ideas, Google Calendars, Google Spreadsheets. You can have a poll for people visiting the page. RSS is a little bit geeky, but it is something you can use to pull in stuff from a blog onto your page. You can insert a Skype chat, slideshows, maps, bookmarks, posters you make in Glogster, and other types of things that you can include. Now, if it's not listed and you can get embed code, you want to copy it and paste it in here, and then it will go on the page. Now, when you do that, it's going to look like these widgets. These are both widgets, and you can't really tell what they are until you hit save on the page. Now, there's one other little feature here that sometimes will happen. Sometimes people will save with a comment. You can go into Wikitext editor, and if you get really geeky, you can kind of use this some. There is a wiki called Getting Tricky with Wikis that will help you some on this if you want to. But that's what's behind the scenes. And I'm going to click save. Now you can see all of my revisions or all of my changes are right here. And I will share some other information with you about how to make some changes. Now you can look and see that if I compare what Chandler did with what I've done, you can see that I added some stuff to the page and some things that I've done here. Now what I can do is I can actually go here to the revisions, and I can say, you know what, I want to revert back to what Chandler had done here. He actually took his name off this page. He's moving to another one. But I'm going to say revert to this version and revert and take this off. And there we go. So I've kind of done a demo. Now you can see that I'm really the only one that can delete stuff as well as other teachers. So if you need anything deleted, just talk to us and let us know. So you have just gotten a tour of the Wiki Toolbar. And remember, just look right here to make sure you're not editing at the same time. If anybody has a wiki war, I'll be teaching you how to deal with that in a later video. Thanks.